and we installed one application also. And we installed an application, we started the application. Okay, and now I'm trying to install one more application.
Okay.
Let me copy one application from my local machine.
Okay.
Okay, applications are available in application folder. Let me start administrative console.
Aaron, do you have any instructions regarding to that, whatever you are showing, right? That's okay, but next if I want to practice that one, sometimes if I'm getting any doubt or command or anything, if I want to go through that one again, I want to go through whole video, right? Instead of that one, do you have any like instructions or anything?
No instructions, only video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a moment.
So, yeah.
Just a moment.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I have one application and I'm going to install another one. So I'm going to install company store admin.
Okay.
Next. 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 And target this application to any of the server. I'm assigning to server 1. Multiple targets also we can select. So based on our requirement, we will select the targets and clusters.
Okay.
Validation occur, task binding enterprise gene. The application having some issue.
Okay.
So I have installed another application also, benefits.ware. So I'm starting that.
Okay.
It is installed. Let me synchronize the node. System administration nodes. Node is not synchronized. Let me synchronize.
Okay.
So node is successfully synchronized, and go to servers, server type, application server. Let's check the application server is running or not. So the server 1 is running. Now go to enterprise application. Now start the server. Start the application from the console. So application is started now, and the next step is, after starting the application, we have to access the application, so whether it is working fine or not. So this job is done by development team, no need, but so for safer side, administrators can also access the application and do the sanity checking. Okay, so for
Okay.
that we need details like accessing the application. We need a host name of the application, where it is deployed, and port number of the application, and context route. Okay, so
Okay.
here for checking the host name is localhost for everything, and for checking the port number, go to that application server. So the server where we deployed the application. So I have deployed the application in server 1. Okay, so go to the server 1. Any application. Suppose if I deploy a second application also, I can use 9082 port number for accessing the application. So this is default host. Default host is nothing but so the port number which is used to access the deployed applications. Okay, so now host name we know, localhost, and port number we know 9082, and we have to know the context route. Context route means it is simple name.
Hello. Your voice is breaking.
Suppose, so this is administrative console. For this administrative console, okay, now it is okay.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay now.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So context route means nothing but simply application name. Application name, which name we use to access to the application. Suppose, for example, this is administrative console. This is one enterprise application. So for accessing this console, we are using the context route as /IBM/console. In the same way, we can access the application with the context route. For
Okay.
checking the context route, go to that application. So this is the var file. Go to this benefits.var, and then here the context route for web modules. Click on this link. The context route is just slash. Now try to access the application localhost 9082 and slash. So this is the application.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the application. We can access the default port number. Okay,
Okay.
the same way we can deploy a number of application in single server, and we can access the application. If you are able to access the application, then our job is done. We are successful with the complete. We are successful for the deploying the application.
Okay.
Okay, and next thing is here some buttons is there and under deployment. So for starting, there is a start button. We have to select the we have to select the application and click on start for starting. For starting, click on stop. So now I am going to stop an application planned by WebSphere. Click on stop.
Okay.
So now the application is stopped. So in this case cannot access this application because application is deployed but it is not running. So in that case application users cannot access this application. Okay,
Okay.
and the next is this button is used for to install new application. Okay, this uninstall the application. So before going to uninstall, we have to stop the application first and click on uninstall. Okay, now
Okay.
I'm going to uninstall Plan by WebSphere. Select the application and click on uninstall.
Yeah.
Okay, save the configuration. Now Plan by WebSphere application is uninstalled.
Okay.
Okay, and then next option coming to update. Update means updating the application. Updating the application. So actually the development team will write the code continuously, right? So
Yeah.
if there are any updates coming from the application, they will give you the new war file or ER file, updated war file and ER file. So being an administrator, we have to update that application from the console. Okay, so for updating the application, what we need to do is select, suppose they have given new war file for benefits.var. So select this war file and click on update. Okay, so here we can update the application in four ways. The first one is replace the entire application. So that means replacing the entire war file. Okay,
Okay.
that is first option. So here we have to browse from the local machine that war file and then install. Okay, and the second option is replace or add single module. Replace or add single module means the application contains web modules and EJB modules, right? Suppose
Right.
if it is war file, we have servlet JSP and HTML. These three are the modules. Suppose if you go for jar file, session EJB, entity EJB, message driven EJB, three is there. Suppose uh, if you want to update single module, so go for second radio button. And third one is replace, add a single file. So it is not module, it is just a single file like index.xml, like error.xml, whatever. Single file upload, go for third option. And the fourth one is replace or delete on multiple files. That means we can delete the files from the deployed application also. Okay, so this time I'm going with entire application deployment because I don't have updated files. So go to this application, click on browse, so benefits.var, and click on next. There is no difference deployment and update, but we have to choose the options whether file or module or entire application we have to choose.
Mhm.
So now application is deploying. So application is installed successfully. Save the configuration. Okay. So now application is updated. Okay. That is update. And coming to rollout update means
But when it's
rollout
doing
if you
update, no need to stop, right?
no need to stop. No need to stop anything.
Okay, but
Okay.
application will be down for some time.
No. Application also will not be down. So it will alive, no problem. It will update because in production we have to take some downtime for 1 hour or 2 hours. How much time we need for this change, and that 1 hour the end users cannot access the application. So
Yeah.
we can notify them. We can notify them there is a update. So this in these timings, just 1 hour or 2 hours, the application is not available. We can warn them and we can do the deployment here.
Okay.
And rollout update. Rollout update means it will update the application and it will restart the services also. So suppose here I have deployed in server 1. So if I click on rollout update, the application will be updated and server also restarted automatically. Okay. And the next section second next option is remove file. Remove file means nothing but this is uninstallation, and remove file means it will remove from this table. Okay, so if I select the benefits.var and click on remove file, it will remove from here. No need to stop the application.
Okay.
Okay, and export. Export means before going to do any deployments, we have to take a backup of existing file. Okay, so taking backup for existing file we can do from the console itself. Select this benefits.var and export. So it will give you one link. Okay,
Okay.
so click on application to download ER file. Okay, so that means if you click on this, okay, so it will save the file. It will save the file in your hard drive. I mean physical location.
Okay.
Okay, so we can open this file. So this is the download file. So this is the benefits.var ER file. Okay, so
Mhm.
this is the file we have downloaded. That means we have taken a backup.
Okay.
Okay, so after that we can deploy the new file.
Sure.
Okay, so if there
Okay.
any problem occurs, we can replace the existing file.
Okay.
That is export button. And export DDL means the application contains some DB activities, DB tables and all. So for exporting that DDL files, we can use this DDL. Okay, and the next one is export file. That means if you want to export a specific file from the application, so the application contains a lot of files and directories. Lot of files. That means a lot of pages. So if you want to export particular page, then go with export file. So I am clicking on export file here. Let me select the application and click on export file. It will display all the files in that application.
Okay.
All the files. These are all the files available. Files, modules, whatever. So everything is available. We can upload the individual files also.
Okay.
Okay. So these are all the options available under deployment. So deployment and undeploying the application.
In which context we will use remove file?
Remove file, select the application and then click on remove file. That's it.
No, for what purpose we will remove? In which context we will remove?
Sometimes if you undeploy also, uninstall also, the file will not remove from the console. So at that
Okay.
time we can directly remove the file.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So this is about application deployment, undeployment, starting, stopping, export, everything. Okay.
Okay.
Updating also.
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose if I have multiple applications targeting to the same server. So here I'm target to the one application to the server one.
Yeah.
Suppose 10 applications are deployed on the same server. Okay, so for
Mhm.
accessing this same 10 applications, we have to use the same port number, right? A default port number.
Yeah.
So default port number is 8062.
Okay.
So for 10 applications, it will use the same default port number. Okay, so at the time the server will get down, I mean server will get stress, right? So the clients are accessing the application for the 10 applications, so the entire traffic will come to the only one server with the port. Okay,
Okay.
so how we can avoid this problem?
Okay.
So there is a concept called virtual host.
Mm-hmm.
So virtual host means it is the combination of IP address and port number. Okay, so we can give our customized port number and host name for the application. Okay, so let me check here. Go to the benefits.var. Here virtual host. So go to the virtual
Okay.
host. Here you can see default host. Okay,
Okay.
so default host means when I am deploying the application, I selected the default host. Okay, default
Okay.
host means what are the port and host name came from by default. Okay, so for
Okay.
checking this default host, go to this application, enter by application. Go to the environment. Here is the virtual host. Okay,
Okay.
so click on virtual host. Here I have four hosts.
Yeah.
I'm deleting this one. Here I have only three host names. The first one is admin host. So these are all the default hosts. So we need not to give anything. Okay, these are all the default hosts. So admin host is to accessing the administrative console. Okay, so the admin host contains port number and IP address, default port number and IP address for accessing the application server console. And default host means this default host is used for to access the applications. Okay, so whenever we deploying the application, we choose uh, we choose default host only because we don't have virtual host here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and default host means default port number. Okay, and proxy means it is for web server definition. Okay, so if you want to check default host, go to the particular application server, go to the servers, application server, go to the server one, ports, expand these ports. Here you can see default host. This is the default host.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever you select default host at the time of application deployment, that application we can access from this 9082.
Okay.
Okay, in the if you select the default host for the 10 applications, those 10 applications also use the same port number. Okay, at the time the server will get problem. So the server cannot handle all the requests. So to avoiding network traffic, so here we are creating virtual hosts. Virtual host means it is the combination of IP address and port number. So using this IP address and port number, so we can access the same application with a different port number. Okay,
Okay.
same applications we can access from the different port number and IP address, so that we can assign unique port number and host name for each and every application. Okay, so for that now I am going to create one virtual host. Okay, so go to the virtual host here and select new. Here I am going to create a virtual host.
Mhm.
Okay, so benefits, I'm creating benefits. So my application name is benefits. That's why I'm creating benefits.
Okay.
Benefits underscore host. Okay, and click on OK.
Yeah.
Activate the changes. Now benefits host is created. Okay, now map any application to this host name. Okay, so before going to map, we have to assign port numbers to this benefits. Okay, so click on benefits.host and here host aliases. So click on host aliases. Here we have to give the host name and port number. Okay,
Okay.
so here host name it is showing star. That means all host names, all
Mhm.
host names. So otherwise you can give local host also.
Okay.
Okay, and the port number I'm giving 8080.
Okay.
Click on OK. Save the configuration. Now localhost is created under 8080. Okay,
Okay.
now assign the application to this
Host.
host name. Go to the enterprise application. Go to the enterprise application. Go to this benefits.var. Here virtual host. Now we can check. You can see three virtual hosts here. Already default virtual host is we selected at the time of deployment. I'm going to give benefits host. Click on OK. Save the configuration. Okay, so now the
Yeah.
host name has been changed. Okay,
Okay.
and go and check the context root also. Benefits.var, the context root is slash. Now access the application through 8080 port number localhost. So localhost 8080 slash. I think node not sync. Let me do the synchronization. System administration. Go to the nodes. So it is not synchronized.
Okay.
So synchronize the node and restart the node agent also. Go to the node agents. This is the node agent. Restart.
Okay.
So node agent stopped. start the node agent. Node agent is started. Go to the application server and try to start the application server also. Now it is in stopped state, and start the application server also. Server 1 down, not able to start JVM logs. Server restarted. Now try to access the application benefits. Go to this application, stop the application and start it again. Go to this application, check the virtual host. So benefits.host it is taking, and click on OK. Now start the application. Somehow it is not working, but this is the process, like assigning the creating the virtual host and map that application to that virtual host and then access the application. Let me try to install some other application,
Okay.
company store, benefits, plant WebSphere, company store admin I'm going to install.
Okay.
This application is having some problem. It's not applying.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, that is a procedure for creating the virtual host and assigning the virtual host to that application so that we can access the application with the different host name and port number to avoid network traffic and better performance.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm stopping here.
Okay.
Tomorrow we will start clusters,
Okay.
different topic clusters. Okay.
Okay. You didn't share that document regarding to architecture and all those things.
I have sent an email to everyone
I didn't
already.
receive. Hmm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me check. Uh, on November 2nd, I have shared to everyone.
Okay. Okay. I will check again. I mean.
Yeah, you also there in the loop.
Okay. Sure. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Venkat. Bye.
Bye.